This is how I made my detachable Rotten Girl Fujoshi Miku wig from this matted up 7-year-old wig. I first started with making an STL file that I am selling on multiple places to make the ponytails detachable, because in the future I want to make more structured ponytails that I can change out. Taking my ratted wig, I started to brush out, detangle, and straighten it out. This wig is actually 2 wigs and was once a Nikki from Camp Camp wig before structured helmet wigs were really a thing, so 17-year-old me took one wig and spliced it into this one to make it thicker, and just hot glued wefts in the middle to make a part, so I had to work around that. Next, I took the skin top off and started crimping, and as I was crimping, even though this is 2 wigs, I had a feeling I needed one more, so I had to go find the 7-year-old Amazon listing and hope that I could buy the same wig. After crimping, I bit the bullet and started cutting all the hair off. In the past, I made a mistake of not keeping the hair that is still on the base long enough, so I tried to leave about 1.5 inches left. Leaving the hair longer helps the structure and not leaving it lumpy and bumpy. After cutting all the hair off, I took my steamer and touched it directly to the leftover fibers to heat train them down smooth. I then took clear tacky glue and started drowning the wig, gluing all the fibers down. Using just my fingers, I smoothed them down while it was drying to leave a super smooth, clean base. Taking the base I 3D printed, I marked where I wanted the ponytails to be with a Sharpie, then used a heat gun to gently warm up the prongs. While still warm, I pressed it to the wig head and bent the prongs to curve them. To secure them onto the wig, I just used hot glue. Like, so much hot glue. Using a hot glue mat I got at the Dollar Tree, I pressed it on top of the glue to make it flat and blend the prongs in. I then used wire and more hot glue to glue around the wig and the crown to make it more secure, and so I can shape it closer to the nape of my neck. My 3D prints ended up being too snug, so I had to sand down the base so the top could slip on better. Using more hot glue, I started to glue the first layer of batting on. I prefer to use polyester batting because you'll see once I hit it with a heat gun, it shrinks and makes a good base to glue the wefts I'll make on. After the first layer, I drew on the parting using a reference from the music video. I wanted the zigzag parting to be uneven and messy because she's a little messy. Then I started gluing the second layer of batting following the guide I made. I put a third final layer of batting to smooth everything out. To help not lose the parting guide, I glued strips of ribbon on, and that finally left me with my final base. This video is already getting really long, and so in part 2 I'm going to show you how I make my wefts, finish the wig, and finish parts of my cosplay.